This is a Headgum podcast.
This week's episode is an unlocked edition of the Doughboys Double. Subscribe at patreon.com/Doughboys to get the Doughboys Double every Tuesday, plus our entire pre-Headgum back catalog. Join the Golden or Platinum Plate Club at patreon.com/Doughboys. That's patreon.com/Doughboys. Welcome to Doughboys Double. I'm Nick Weiger along with the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. Mitch, the Doughscord Doughcision returns.
Wow. Our guest made me snort to start off the episode. You got a snort out of me.
What happened? You find a truffle?
Oh, Nick, come on. Don't say that.
Out of the gate with the heat.
I laughed because
Yeah,
it was so
fucking-
fast, but I do not approve of that.
Fucking Lindor's truffle, you piece of shit. Not gonna share it with you.
Mitch, this is the Doughscord Doughcision. This is our...
Yes, our guest held up a truffle and I snorted. That's what happened.
No, I got it. God damn it.
Yes. I'll get you all by the end of this.
You got to put these truffles down, my man.
Man, I want to see you
Pig
I want to see you play an evil truffle man.
discovered this character for you. So what this is for people who are not familiar with the format of the Doughboys Double. The third Tuesday of every month, what we do is we have you, the dipshit listeners, submit your own dumb idea, and then we do a whole episode about it. And that's what we're doing this week, Mitch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
these dipshits pick out a theme for the episode. It's usually bad.
Yeah.
Today will be no different, I'm guessing. We have good guests,
That's
though.
what's different about today.
that
We
is
have
helpful.
great guests from the new podcast, their new podcast, Expo Expose. Jacob Wysocki and Matt Apodaca, both returning to the pod. Great to have you both.
Wow.
It's really nice
What
to
a
be back.
treat.
What a treat.
Thank you both. We wanted to get you in here because we're scheduled. We're kind of recorded in advance, and we wanted to try to fit you in because I know this is a limited release podcast. But tell us about the pod, Expo Expose.
Expo Expose is a podcast where Matt and I go to different conventions in Southern California, and we interview people about the stuff that they love.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, because I've been to conventions, as people might imagine, and my experience with conventions, because this is a food podcast, is food is usually shitty. What was your experience like going to different conventions, different expos?
We
Food-wise.
talk about the food a lot. It is like clearly a point of topic.
Right.
There may be one where we did give a fork score. We might have
Wow.
Maybe
Wow.
just a bit of a
Bit-
nod
bit
to
your
the
thing.
papas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But ultimately, you're correct. I think most of our
Yeah.
experiences with the food were bad. Sans one where they brought food trucks in.
Oh, wow.
That was
Okay.
the best
That's
one.
great.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
That's a good solve.
Yeah,
Is-
but the stuff there, it's convention fare. It's
Right.
literally It's like we're almost a step below ballpark food.
It is a step. I mean, that's I remember going to LA Convention Centers. Like, these vendors are fucking awful.
That was
and
the
I'm not sure
worst
if you had
one.
Yeah,
one.
the
that
LA
was the worst
Convention
one.
Center there was we talked about this on the show a little bit, but we there was like a trough of hot dogs, and Jacob was ahead of me at one point and was like, "Hey, don't look back there." And I
I was
looked
trying to
and-
spare him
Yeah. And I
because we had to eat there,
we had to eat.
Yes,
we were
right.
stuck
and I
there.
saw it, so I was like, "Well, that sucks for me."
And
but
of
maybe...
course, that immediately piqued my interest, and I looked over there, and it was like just like a trough of hot dogs, but like in like a pool of hot dog water, and it was revolting.
God.
Oh my
It was
God.
awful, like brown
Like
water.
loose hot dogs
Yeah.
just simmering.
Yeah, but
Dog
like
flavored
dozens.
water.
Ugh.
Yeah. Fred
Was-
Durst was serving
Fred
them.
Durst was serving them?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Oh my
He,
God.
he had a second offering that wasn't as good.
Chocolate starfish?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So first off, I'm floored to learn that LA Convention Center is the worst of the worst, because I would think you
Yeah.
would go to like
What
some
kind of
far off
creep ass
convention
conventions
center.
did you go to?
Yeah, that's
we're
what I
trying
want.
to-
That's what I think we're driving towards. Is what? Tell us about the
No,
convention.
I'm saying you. Which ones did you go to?
Lots
Yeah.
of fucking conventions. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The normal man
I had
contract.
some
Don't worry
interest.
about
Yeah.
it. We went to a reptile expo. We went to
Okay.
the
Yeah.
anime expo. We went to a boat expo, and we also went to a tattoo expo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so
one was
a pretty
wild.
broad broad little spectrum of Southern California gems.
Are they all like? Because my experience going to when I went to NBA Summer League,
Okay.
and my experience going to NBA Summer League, having gone to like video game conventions and like comic conventions and PC conventions.
I want Peter North's autograph. Hi, I'm LeBron James.
Of course, Nick went to the politically correct convention.
So I have the woke mind virus, and we went to from going to like a bunch of different conventions, like computer conventions, and then going to the NBA Summer League is like. Everyone here at the NBA Summer League is still just a fucking nerd. They're just a nerd about something else. Like, did you find, were different subcultures cooler, or like, I'm sure there's a thing you explore in the pod. But...
I would say there were like a handful of like actually like cool people that knew how to have a conversation. Like, but there were a couple of conversations we had that were pretty tough, and then some people. There was like one downright like scary man we spoke to at one of them, but otherwise everybody was just sort of like
a Doughboys meeting.
He was wearing the Five Forks hat there actually, but there was a lot of people were just like very nervous. Everybody thought I had a camera.
Yeah, that was a weird thing
wow.
because it's just audio, but
Right.
everybody was staring at Matt like he had a camera.
Yeah, I think it's just like sort of like the TikTok thing where people are like,
Oh, sure.
people are expecting
They're so
people to
used
come
to
up
it.
or whatever. But there was a lot of people that were like nervous and were like, it's okay, like you don't have to talk to us. But then they'd be like, oh, you know, like I like lizards or whatever.
Yeah, ultimately, I think every expo did have something to like kind of uncover or like a mystery sort of illuminated itself a little bit, which I thought was cool.
Mhm.
And for the most part, I was kind of like went in with an idea and was like, this is much deeper and richer than I realized.
Wow.
It's not just
Interesting.
selling snakes.
Right.
Or it's not just dressing up in cosplay. Like everything had a really more of like a deep well than like what is the old saying, like a mile wide and an inch deep. It was not,
sure.
It was not like that. It was more like a deep, rich tunnel.
And I would think it's important to note too, the thesis wasn't because you feel like a lot of you see these clips of people going to these types of things and they're like taking the piss a little bit and they're like trying
Look
to
at
make
these
this fun.
fucking freaks.
Yeah, we
Sure.
were there genuinely very curious, just asking them questions like, why do you like this? Like, what is this about? What brings you joy about this event? Or what are you excited to see? And people were, I think, more receptive to that and more like willing to share because they were like, oh, I want you to be in on it. Everybody was very, that talked to us was very like generous in that
Call
way.
it the Hugh Hauser approach.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
From fascination.
Exactly.
I get that. I think that's great. I think that's wholesome.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we were there for 8 hours and only came away with about an hour of audio for each one.
Yeah.
So you really are
Sure.
like you're swimming in some shit. Just
Yeah.
being like, please, hi, hello,
Yeah.
can we get anything? And then you're like, oh well, I have to spend 4 minutes with this guy that cannot talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that it's also an active. I mean, we have a podcast that's just eating garbage, but it's a fun active thing. You get out.
No,
and
you get out and
you're
see the
seeing
world.
Stuff.
Talk
Getting
to
our
real
steps
people.
in, talking to real people,
Yeah.
being surprised by people,
That's
like
great.
learning.
Three of
rules.
not to spoil it, 3 of the 4 of them were at the same location, but like at different times. Like we drove to Pomona a lot.
That's,
We
but
were in
that's,
Pomona a lot.
that's the nature of cons, though, right? It's
Yeah.
like, and like I'm sure convention center employees like see it all because it's just like the different ones come and go, and they're just like, oh, whatever, it's a fucking gun show.
All
All
the
right.
security guards would not give us any dirt about the other ones. We were like trying to get them to talk shit so much,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't do it.
Wow.
That's what I used to like a lot. I wonder if there probably is an expo like this still, but like future stuff. I've told you this before. Why?
Oh, like
was
the
like a-
World's Fair?
I was
Tomorrowlandish, kind of.
Tomorrowlandish. I was like I liked Hemmecker Schlemmer, like that magazine, there was an Oprah. I taped an episode of Oprah on a VHS when I was a boy.
Wow.
Because she was like looking at future. I liked like the idea of future stuff.
No,
like
I think that's-
Jetsons-y stuff.
Totally
Yeah.
agree. Futurism is and
I feel like futurism's gone away quite a bit, though. I don't know. Like, I'm sure that there still are conventions like that.
People are living in the past. That's why, Mitch.
that's the issue. I think there's things like the consumer, like CES, the Consumer Electronics. What the fuck is that called? Is it just Consumer Electronics Show?
Yeah,
Is
that's,
it
like
the
that's in Vegas every year.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like that one is like stuff that's about to come out. It's not like this is what we think the world of tomorrow will look like. You know, this is
Sure.
these are the domes people will live in.
E3 too. I mean, like future video games. It would be fun to see that sort of thing.
An
too.
actual, I'm with you on an actual future show. Like let's just get back into futurism. Let's try to picture how we're going to be living. Because I also love when it's completely wrong.
Yeah, that's like always
Yeah,
like,
it's
really
fun.
funny.
I remember on the Oprah this Oprah special. I remember this Oprah special pretty well. There was like a chair that you could like lay in and then like put a visor over, and you'd be like, if you slept for 15 minutes, it felt like an hour. I was like, that clearly never
No.
came out. Like it never worked.
No, that's just bullshit.
It was bullshit.
But
that
that
never
is
worked. But
cool.
it's fun to think
I feel
about.
like most of it was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, because that's why I was just kind of running some Star Trek, a little Star Wars, just a little bit of it all, a little Jetsons. We don't have pills. We don't have cool injections. We don't have cars that fly.
No.
We don't have iRobot stuff.
Yeah. It's not.
There's nothing scarier to me than the thought of a flying car. Like that's like the last thing I could ever want. An absolute nightmare.
People are like, real drivers can't handle 2 dimensions.
No.
You're going to put it in a 3rd dimension, it's going to be mad.
Gonna happen. It's gonna
You
happen.
think it's going to happen? I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm
Well, in
committing
our
right now
lifetime-
to staying on the ground. I will never drive a flying
Dude,
car
don't
as
say
long as I
that.
live.
Don't say that.
As long as
don't
I live,
say
you'll
that.
never
Don't
see me
say
in a
that.
flying car.
You wouldn't even want to try it?
No, not even once.
Coward.
Unless I was gonna crash it immediately.
It's sad. I agree.
disappointing,
I'm with
buddy.
you. You should fly a flying car when it comes out.
I do
Okay,
have to
I'll,
say,
I'll do it.
There's something
instead.
odd about the way that we've decided to sit, and I feel like there's a sort of like almost clone scenario going on, where there's sort of a 1-1 and a 2-2.
This
Yeah.
is the alien resurrection
It's
room.
just like the podcast formula.
Do you think if we switched, it would change?
Yeah.
It's like an osmosis thing.
The DNA would not splice.
Yeah.
There's at the end of that episode, in the beginning of the episode, Oprah also beamed in.
She beamed in?
Can we
She
pull
beamed
it up?
in.
That's
Can we
cool.
watch
She
it
was like,
instead?
whoa! And she like beamed into the episode. I remember this too. She like, yeah, she like it was like a future, like it was like beam me up, like Star Trek.
Was Oprah silly? Like that's like too silly
She
for
was
her,
in
right?
that episode. She was a little,
Yeah.
she was being a little
funny,
silly.
yeah.
She was being a little bit silly.
Oprah.
Do you remember the commercials?
That is tougher.
Yeah,
I bet you I
okay.
remember. I bet you if I watched the tape I watched enough that I would remember some of the commercials.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at summertime.
People, insurrectionists have stormed the Capitol. You like to keep watching it. But the commercials update? What are you talking about, Matt? Sounds like that future technology we're talking about.
Jeez Louise.
Good grief. Dynamic ads on a tape?
It's funny that he says like they would be playing like pizza. It was Oprah, so there was no children commercial. I was just a
No.
weirdo boy.
Yeah, sure.
Watching I was watching the future Oprah.
But they knew you were watching.
Yeah, let's throw one on for Mitch.
He's gonna buy his kids.
yeah,
gonna buy some pizza
Tostitos
bagels.
did some selective advertising for me in the 1980s, maybe 1990. I liked future stuff.
I love future stuff. I want to go back to cons because I'm curious. Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
does fascination with conventions come from?
I think there's just like, I started looking at how many convention centers there are in Southern California, and there's something like over 20.
Wow.
Like from small little things in like tucked away in Burbank to Pomona to Long Beach to LA, and there was just so many that it was like, this is a very ripe situation. And then you look at each of those 20 plus, and every month the calendar's full of weird stuff.
Right.
And I also felt like that's where you're going to find the people who are the most interested in that thing.
Yeah.
Somebody willing to like pay for parking and pay for a ticket of entry. You're not going to be dealing with a casual. So you'll get an actual opinion that I think is like true to what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. I mean, we used to, the AKC Eukanuba dog show used to be in Long Beach.
Mhm.
And we'd been a few times. And it was fascinating because like it was like dog people. I mean, they were like, it was like best in show style dog people, but they were like so nice and so like, this is my Rottweiler. She loves being pet. They'd like want to introduce you to dogs. And like you clearly had such a passion for it. But then they were also, you go in the parking lot and be a bunch of RVs with Florida plates. And just like, oh, this is like red America converging in, in Southern California. But it is like, everyone has a common interest so we can all kind of get along.
Yeah, that was like our main takeaway for a lot of them was it was just like people want to tell you about the thing that they're very excited about.
Right.
So like these reptile people, like I don't know, I don't know a lot of people with reptiles, and I've never met really a lot of people with reptiles.
You know me, 2 turtles, a snake when I was a kid.
Well, God.
This makes sense. Well, it's very South Bay. It's very South Bay.
It is, yes.
Can I stay with you guys?
No.
But yeah, you sort of think of them as a specific type of person, and then you meet them, and it's like every type of person was there. Like it was like, I don't know, it wasn't just one type.
You're right and you're wrong.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
You meet those people that you expect to see, and then you meet the ones that you don't.
Yeah,
100%.
It was really it was a fascinating thing, but also like like anywhere you go, characters will present themselves. So like there were some people that were a little kooky or a little fun to talk to, and those were fun. But there was people of all types. It was really great.
You love to see a guy who knows how to turn it on for a microphone.
Yeah,
You're like, you're making my job a little easy.
Yeah.
Get a couple clips here.
Yeah.
Move on.
I feel like there's probably a big fear in these dog conventions about the Japanese man who now lives in the dog suit.
Is that a secret man, right? Everyone's worried that it's a
everyone's
man.
probably worried about, is that a
Yeah.
secret man at the dog convention?
Wait, that dog. Oh, hey, that dog's going in the men's room. It's like, might be a secret man.
That dog's looking at himself. That dog's jacking off.
Which one's the man?
That's the future we get. We get the secret man in a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get the flying car.
Oprah did not talk about that.
No. And you know what? Oprah, we're coming for you for that. That's not okay. You did not warn us.
But
you soothsayer.
If you think about like 1991, if Oprah like beams into her studio and it's like, let's talk about the world of tomorrow. By 2023, we'll have a man like as a secret dog. Like, a secret dog is a man.
I think it would have been.
We would be like, what?
What the fuck?
What are you talking about, Oprah?
Maybe
I've
it
been
would've
really
motivated.
excited on the floor watching it.
Yeah, you rolling around. Finally! I think it would have been motivating to then maybe get to the future we actually want. Like, now there's flying cars and no dog people.
We got to work harder.
Yeah, we got to work harder.
While people check out the pod, I'm definitely going to listen Expo Expose, and I want to pivot from this to what we're going to talk about today, which is we're going to talk about school food.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're kind of we're in August, but we're coming up on back to school. A lot of people start school in August or early September. I'm curious though, like since we're still in summer, what did y'all like to snack on as a kid during your summer vacay?
Wow.
Because for me, it was like a lot of times, like I just think of Otter Pops or just any sort of popsicle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Frozen pops are
huge.
fun.
Yeah.
I heard you mention the Big Stick on a recent episode,
Big Stick,
and that was an all-time popsicle for sure.
So you had the Big Stick. Maybe this was a SoCal.
Yeah,
thing.
I was a Big Stick enjoyer.
Love that
Yeah,
Big Stick.
absolutely.
Bang for your buck, the big stick.
Yeah.
100%.
Like $1.25, you're getting a huge thing of sweet. Yeah.
It's almost too much popsicle.
Mhm.
You
Almost
have to save
too
it for
much.
later.
Yeah. The nice
Let me
thing about
guess,
the Big Stick, you get to speak softly.
You say the ice cream man? Can I get the big stick? Is that what you do?
Gotta whisper.
This is so good.
Hey, how's it going? What's up? Can I get the big stick?
Yeah. Please. Please, the Big Stick.
Were you also the guy who to the ice cream driver was like, "This isn't that big."
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I have two.
If you say it too quietly, you might get handed a DVD of The Big Sick.
Oh, that's no problem.
And it's good. You want to
It's
watch
good,
it.
yeah.
But like, it's
The
not-
ice cream truck guy is like, "Well, I don't know. Oh, here we go."
Yeah, Michael Showalter was driving the truck. But a big popsicle guy. Love popsicles. But like, if I was like making snacks at home, I mean, well, my big thing was I'd sneak out of the house and go to McDonald's in the afternoon when my mom's
That's
at work.
fun.
Okay, I have a specific
Yeah.
McDonald's ask because
Yeah.
I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but our park, Simon Bolivar Public Park, had a pool and it also had a mini fucking McDonald's kiosk in the park.
Whoa.
And there was like it just basically
McDonald's
sold.
in the pool, basically.
It was not on the pool,
Swim
but
up
it was
McDonald's?
like it was like in the park, and then you could go there. I think I'm remembering the right park, but they would sell like I specifically remember the vanilla ice cream cones from that McDonald's kiosk.
Yeah.
as like a
So,
summertime
I assume
treat.
it was like a limited menu. They did like
Very limited
a
menu.
fry, a cone, and maybe a burger.
and like a burger. Yeah, it was
Okay.
basically like just like three or four
Heaven.
things.
That's all you
That's
need.
perfect.
It fucking rocked, honestly.
There is a
Damn.
McDonald's not in like a river, isn't there? There is like one like
The Nile. They got crocodile burgers.
Just Mitch's Heart of Darkness.
there is. I'm telling you, there's a one that you can pull your boat up to. There's a McDonald's in a river.
I believe you.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up.
yeah.
I think it's worth looking up.
A McDonald's down by the river?
Where's Matt Foley when you need him?
Well, say goodbye to that table first of all. Yeah, that table's
I
fucked.
have a pretty good idea where he'd be sitting if he came in here, Matt Foley.
We did my old improv group last day of school, we had a show that was scheduled on April 1st once, April Fool's Day. And for the show, we just decided ahead of time, we're gonna take a suggestion and then we're just gonna do the full Matt Foley sketch.
Good.
And Jim Woods, Jim Woods
Yeah.
played the Matt Foley part, and he was so fucking funny playing that part.
That
and the
rules.
audience quickly got what was going on and then just enjoyed a sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this worked out for everybody.
Win-win.
So funny.
Yeah, we should just do this instead of improv. Just do like a classic sketch that someone else wrote.
Do something somebody likes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're loving this.
Yeah.
They never reacted to our opening.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And to put it in perspective, that's one of the most liked improv groups there is, and they're still happy to see you not do improv.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did a big guy improv. I loved it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
That was
awesome.
a blast.
it was a
Wait,
blast.
who's
It was
the
really
crew?
fun. There's a lot of people, and I want to apologize if we leave anybody out.
Gabrus
There's the
put
two
it
of us.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Gabrus, Ross Kimball was in it.
Oh, yeah,
was
there
on
you
it.
go.
Carl Tart,
Yeah.
Iffy,
Dan Lippert.
Dan Lippert, Ryan Rosenberg.
Yes.
Who are we missing?
Man, this is
Iffy.
I'm like,
Iffy.
you mentioned
Iffy?
Yeah, you said
I'm just
iffy.
realizing I'm a tweener. I'm not quite at the big guy threshold.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you fat
Here's
ass.
the thing: if you wanted it,
Thank you. That's what yes, thank you.
If you wanted it, we'd let you come over for sure.
Oh, God bless
yeah,
you.
but
Yeah.
also you're good, and you're allowed to stay over there, and we wouldn't be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
this guy
don't.
doesn't want it.
No. Nick's clamoring to do live improv.
I don't
again.
look. I haven't done improv since 2015. I'm not gonna go unretire. I'm just sort of it's the kind of thing. It's just okay.
Yeah,
We tried to get
Kinda
Mackie
in
to
that
come up
company.
with us, and Mackie was like,
It's too much meat. on
he was
stage.
there, and he was right. We got up
Yeah.
on stage and we didn't fit.
There was 2 back lines, and I'm not doing a ha chi chi.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there was literally
There's-
2 back lines.
Wow.
I stayed on
just
stage for
because-
15 minutes at one point, and I was like, it's because I can't go anywhere. You just kind of stuck.
But
I wanted to
know
get
the venue
off.
you guys performed at, and that stage is small, right?
Particularly small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason it didn't break is because it was made of concrete. Yeah.
I wanted to do a scene where we were all jumping. I was
Yeah.
trying to we had a great dinner afterwards too. We went
How
to
fun.
Greekman's. We had a great feast at Greekman's afterwards.
man,
It
what
was
a
My
crew.
first time at Greekman's. It was
Wow.
great. Love to eat with a bunch of big boys because you never think twice.
yeah, that's
That
true.
rocks.
You
Yeah.
never gotta. You never
Yeah.
have to be like, "Is this okay?" You
Right.
It is okay.
Hey, there you go.
And everyone was on board with everything we mentioned.
Yes.
I found the McDonald's.
On the river.
This one of a kind McDonald's has a McBoat float through window.
McBoat.
It's a drive-through for watercrafts. McDonald's is over. Blah 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 blah. It's on a river off
okay.
Germany's Elbe
Germany.
River,
Wow.
Lebe, Elbe, whatever. On a
Yeah, I
small
don't know if
canal
it's the
sits the
Elbe or the Elbe. I don't know how you
McBoat,
pronounce it.
the restaurant franchise only paddle-through location.
I'm so shocked that it's not in America.
I know it sounds like a very
I
American
really
thing.
assumed that it would be in the Kern or the Mississippi. Some
Right.
Let's see if I can get a good picture.
Elba.
of
It might be the Elba.
Oh, fuck. Is the back of it at him? Oh, fuck. It's on a river. Just don't worry about it.
We believe you.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think I understood what you just discovered, and we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe the
don't go
back of it's on a
googling
river.
it. Don't go googling it. And just believe what
Okay.
he said.
It's
Yeah?
on a river.
It's on a. It's not like floating. It's like there's a portion that is positioned facing the river, and people can.
We
float
know
up.
it's on a river. That's all that
Okay,
matters.
it's on a river.
And
Mitch,
Matt
tell the
Foley
truth
would
right now.
Matt Foley would be thrilled by it. That's the point.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as Matt Foley's happy, we're all happy.
His neighbor would be at McDonald's. So, look, it's still cool, okay?
It seems cool. No one's saying it's not cool.
Hey, look, any McDonald's anywhere is better than most places.
Have you ever been to the Barstow McDonald's?
No.
It's huge. It's like a decommissioned train station.
Oh wait, I've been there, and I've been to the
That
Del
one
Taco
rocks.
that's there too.
Great Del Taco.
Yeah.
This is the original Del Taco.
Yeah.
This is a fucked up thing. We've never been to the original McDonald's. This
in Downey?
podcast.
Or,
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not any different. That's the problem.
that's
That's
the thing.
if it was car hoppy or they're it's the original recipe. If there was some allure, I get going.
well,
but
the because I grew up in
There's a
Downey, and
museum, right?
the McDonald's, there's a museum there, but they've recently, within the last 10 years or something, added a drive-through, and that I don't like that. I didn't used to have to get out of the car. to go order your McDonald's. And they used to have I was going to bring this meal up. I would go there. We'd walk over to McDonald's, me and my brothers, like when my mom was at work, and we would just be like, hopefully the phone doesn't ring so we don't get in trouble. We're going to go have a secret lunch at McDonald's. But they used to have a meal at my McDonald's called the All-American meal. I don't know if they had this at every McDonald's.
Wow.
But it was like a double cheeseburger, fries, and a chocolate shake.
Wow.
Perfect.
I love that.
Absolutely
God bless
stunning.
the USA.
Yeah.
That's like a proto like Cardi B meal or whatever. That's like just like, oh, we're just gonna have our own like sort of thing.
It's
I
like
don't
they-
remember this in any of my McDonald's.
I don't remember that.
I think it was a special touch. Yeah.
I think individual franchise owners sometimes will do their own thing. Like I remember one of the Lakewood McDonald's, they would have you could get a fucking like supersized cup of fries. It was like the most fries you could get.
That's fucking awesome.
It honestly fucking rocked.
Well, speaking of summertime treats, I'm thinking of when I played high school football. I was very bad at it, but we did double sessions, and my mom I got in the car, like couldn't move my legs. She's like, let's get McDonald's, because she never wanted to get me McDonald's.
Yeah.
But I went and got ate all the calories I had burned off plus more probably, and that was a great little summertime. A double cheeseburger meal. It was fucking great. But
best.
Slurpees are a big summertime.
Slurpees are a big
Slurpees are
one.
huge.
Yeah, that's a great call.
We're old. We're very old.
We're very old.
So like Big Slams, I think of
Right.
for the summertime with
yeah.
Pepsi Big Slams and Cool Ranch Doritos.
Relaxing at the beach with your family, and then like every minute, like a year passes, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, that's a tough. I've been to that beach.
Yeah.
And I aged. It was really, really. I was a baby when I went there.
Right, but that's what.
And this was
makes me think of
and this
summer.
was last
This was
week.
It was last week,
yeah.
and now I came out like this. I was saying goo goo gaga a
They
week
grow
ago.
up so fast.
I know. I had to learn so much, in the span of a week. It was really hard for
doing
me.
great.
No one's actually
You're
really
doing
talking
great.
about that part. It was really hard for me.
You're doing great.
Hey, thanks. It was really hard for me.
You know, when I'm thinking summer snacks, I have like two prevailing things. It's like a warm PB&J that has sand in it, like in the aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then locally, we had this place called El Burrito Jr., LBJ.
Oh yeah,
I talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
But they had this thing called a Special C where you could get chip salsa, a drink, and 2 bean and cheese burritos for, at the time, under $5 back in the day. And so that was like, you just make that stretch for like all day.
Right.
You'd get a burrito or you'd split it with a buddy, and then you could get 2 burritos, and they were big enough where you're like, yeah, we're good. We'll be okay. And we can just ride our bikes into the sunset.
That's
you saying a warm
yeah.
PB&J. That really brought me back.
And that's what I was thinking. It's
Yeah.
like
Warm from the
specifically.
backpack. It's
Yeah.
like backpack toasted.
That
Yeah.
specifically, I was thinking of like being in, like day camp and and they'd be like, hey, we're going to the water park today, and I'd have like the fucking PB&J and some like Ruffles, and yeah, just having like being wet and like eating like a fucking
Yeah.
like
Yes.
also wet sandwich.
Bunch of crushed up chips.
Yeah.
The
crushed
carrots
up
didn't
chips.
make it.
Yeah.
Let me
Something-
tell you, you're on the old beach. You gotta eat that sandwich quick.
You got it. Well, because the same rules apply for food.
Yeah.
So that'll
Yeah.
rot.
It
really
rots very
quickly.
fast.
Yeah.
Add the M to that old beach is mold beach. Your sandwich is gonna mold out in just a minute.
That's a different beach.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
you're thinking
I'm
of a
sorry.
different beach.
You do not want to know what happened to me when I went to that one.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. My family doesn't really exchange a lot of gifts these days. We're more focused on just enjoying the time we have with each other. And whether or not your family gives gifts during the holidays, you get to define how you give to yourself. And the holidays are a great time to do that. So whether it's by starting therapy, going easier on yourself during the tough moments, or treating yourself to a day of complete rest, remember to give yourself some love this holiday season. That's a gift you deserve. Me, I've benefited from therapy quite a bit. It's helped me with a lot of my various issues. And I'll just say this, whether you out there have been in therapy yourself, you'll find that that's got all sorts of benefits. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. In this season of giving, give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/doughboys today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/doughboys. All right, here's the topic for this episode. This is the Doughscord Doughcision. This comes from a Doughscord user, Yankee Hotel Hot Dog. Great name. I'm a teacher and have thought about this for a bit. The boys and whoever each get to plan a 5-day lunch menu for a high school cafeteria featuring
whoever.
classic high school lunch items / items from their own time in high school and decide who has the best menu at the end of the week. So we thought we'd make this a collab as opposed to a competition. So we're going to collectively
Good, because
plan.
it was already too confusing when you just read it off.
Yes.
I have no idea what the fuck you're
Here's
talking
what we're
about.
doing.
I didn't want to win. So
We
it's okay.
are think of ourselves as we are the committee, or we're the workers of the cafeteria. We're planning out a 5-day lunch menu for our high school. This is what we're going to have at the high school next week.
It's a high school, so we're not doing elementary school. We're doing
We
high
could
school.
change it. This pitch is high school cafeteria.
All right,
These kids are kind of cool.
They're a little cool and they're a little cynical,
Yeah.
and they've
So,
eaten it all.
high school, would you be allowed to work at any of these schools? I guess is a big question as well.
In this scenario, I can work at this school.
Okay, all right. All right.
we
So
also-
fictional scenario here.
We also have
Yeah.
a Susser addendum to this. Evan Susser added this. In addition to what we have to deal with the 5-day lunch menu, we also have a PTA dinner to cater.
Oh my
So
god.
the PTA is having an event. We got to cater it on top of our normal workload. And the president of the PTA is Mrs. Shoemaker, and she's a ball buster. So we
so
can't.
funny to me.
Mrs. Shoemaker. I thought she was out of town.
No, Mrs. Shoemaker's going
She's
to be here.
coming?
She's fucking.
No.
She's got high expectations. If things don't go
Okay.
perfect,
She busted my balls last time.
yeah, it's our ass.
It's very funny to me to do that. We're doing an exercise. We're coming up with like these fake meals, and Sasha's like, "Ooh, I want to hear about more fake."
It's not enough. Yeah, this fucking fake scenario isn't complicated enough. Let me add an additional layer.
And it's like only slightly elevated.
Yeah.
You know,
It's A to A.
it's just but a meal for adults.
It's a little bit of a different demographic.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we've got the wild card of Mrs. Shoemaker.
Before we like get head over heels into this, we're all LAUSD, are we not? Besides
mine
Mitch,
was-
were you not?
Well,
Was
Long
your
Beach
high
Unified
school?
School District was its own
It's
thing.
its own
Okay,
thing,
so
yeah.
and so you were LA.
LAUSD, yeah.
Yeah. So we had very similar
Chocolate
staple-
milk in a bag.
Yeah, chocolate
Yeah.
milk in a bag.
Sure.
The
Wow.
coffee cakes
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you your food was probably better. I mean, we all got prison food, I'm sure.
It was
but-
bad.
Yeah, worse than prison food. Probably.
Yeah, my sister. Well, I come from a family of teachers.
That's
wives.
right.
My sister was a teacher, now is a principal. My mom was an English teacher for years, is retired now for I don't even know how long. And then my dad was a history teacher.
Okay.
Wow.
And he went to law school later on when he was in his 30s. But all school teachers. And they were driving around. My sister was driving around. We looked at Hollywood. We saw Hollywood High.
Yeah.
We saw Marshall, the Andy Reid's old school, and the movie is We Are Marshall.
Wow.
But the thing I noticed the most, which you guys had so much differently, is you could be outside.
Wait, Marshall is in the Northeast? Why did I always think that was in the Midwest?
No, Marshall. Oh,
Oh.
wait, is Marshall? Oh, fuck.
There is a Marshall High School over here
that
in,
Andy
like,
Reid
Silver
went
Lake.
to. It's
I
not
don't know
the
if he
ones
went
We Are
there.
Marshall's. We Are Marshall a college, maybe.
They filmed.
Yeah, We Are
Grease
Marshall
at
is
that
about a
one.
movie.
Right, I
Or
fucked up.
is about a movie. We Are Marshall is a movie about a college.
And a plane crash,
A
right?
plane crash, yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
different.
right, so it's different.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I wouldn't know if a tragedy had happened so close to where I live.
Okay,
Where the
forget
hell
it.
is- Where the hell is
But Marshall, I think,
University?
is where Andy Reid went to school.
I think so,
that-
and then I know that
Sounds
he
right.
would
I
be
think,
sitting on our side of the room as well.
I think they shot some of Grease at on like the field there.
That
yeah.
is the famous part of
Yeah.
Marshall. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Now I'm fucking buried
Anyway,
in the Marshall.
I'm sorry. I
Wikipedia
know
page.
I fucked him up so bad for the rest of the episode. Probably
Marshall University
Oh,
is
God
in
damn it.
West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia.
Mhm.
And the movie is set in 1970. It is in the aftermath of a plane crash.
Can we cut the couch in half or something?
And directed by McG. I forgot it was a McG joint.
Oh, it was a McG joint.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
big
McG.
McG.
Oh.
What's McG up to?
I don't know about ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving his movies.
That was flawless. No notes.
He's on fire.
I argue for his term. Did he get soft canceled? Maybe I don't know.
I So,
I don't
yeah.
think so. Did he?
I thought I had heard something at one point, and this is all alleged. I don't want to get in trouble. In an improv show, a friend of mine may have libeled him on stage, and we tried to look it up. No dice, nothing.
No, I don't think so. I think people conflate him with like because he's
Ratner
the same
and
sort of
shit,
era
yeah.
with Ratner.
Oh, you know
And-
what? That's who yeah.
But I don't
Yep.
think he actually did anything untoward. He just kind of like I think is.
I defend his Terminator as being the best of after T1 and T2. Of
That's
being,
I've never seen him.
Salvation.
yeah, they're all pretty bad.
They're all bad.
I like the behind the scenes stuff more.
Yeah.
I like the games. I'm more about the arcade games.
I love the audio I heard from the set.
That's what you were saying.
yeah.
He's been making movies. The Babysitter, I guess, is a newish horror
Oh, yeah, I heard
franchise.
that's
Those are
good.
McGee's.
Yeah, with Samara Weaving.
I was on a film set for a thing,
Yeah.
and we brought up the that
Close this tab.
the what's his name? Christian
Bale.
Bale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the one of the drivers, Teamster or whatever, was like, I was on that set, and that guy that he yelled at sucked, and none of us wanted him to apologize to him. That is the truth.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, so he was kind. It was like
They
It
were
was
like
well deserved.
He was being like, yeah. They were like, we loved him, and
Yeah.
like that's the
Christian
truth.
Bale was our hero.
That's kind of what the guy. That's what the
Wow.
woman was saying. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
you know what? I love it. That's
And I had always been like, I had never been like, because I mean, he got in a lot of trouble. I always been a little
Yeah.
bit Bale side on that
Yeah.
one.
And then you got out of that van, and the transpo driver took off a Mission Impossible style face mask. None the wiser. Fucking Bale.
He's just good. He
He's
actually probably
good.
didn't even need the mask. He just probably just really
Yeah, he just
committed.
embodied it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to come up with a 5-day lunch.
Wait, hold
menu.
on.
Yeah,
We didn't eat lunch outside. We were always
Oh,
inside.
yes.
You guys were always
always outside.
Wait, lunch was always outside.
Not always, but I mean, we had a cafeteria, but I was like outside a lot. I'd say
Yeah.
mostly outside.
I like very rarely ate
Wow.
inside the cafeteria.
yeah, you'd like post up like on the grass.
And I feel like at my school, I don't know if this is true about your school. If you ate in the cafeteria, you're kind of an L7 weenie.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was very like it was kind of like if
Rolling
you needed to be
backpacks.
protected.
Yeah.
Because there was like monitors and stuff, so you could go there and like
Sure.
be safe for a half hour.
Yeah. And at my school, well, that's true too. Because
So,
like at my high school,
You
there
were
was
indoors,
like
I believe.
knife fights. Yeah.
I think there's also something of a class divide that emerges a little bit, right? Because
That's
I feel
really
like there were a lot of depending on if your lunch was subsidized or if you were bringing from home, food
Yeah.
from home. Like sometimes those people would sit in different places. So like
Well,
there's
we
a
had
lot
like
going on.
tickets and stuff, so there was like
Right.
an unfortunate signifier. There was
Yes, 100%.
I wish there was like a way that we could do that on the sly, because it would like people would treat people differently if they had tickets.
100%.
Yes, yeah. If you had,
Yeah.
100%.
And there was also like there was like different tiers of tickets. So if you had a certain color, like you could tell like you're more poor or you make more money and stuff like that. So I was like,
Yeah.
that was always kind of odd.
the
or like
kids
that
who got
anxiety.
breakfast,
Yeah.
you could like that was like
Yes.
kind of a different thing too. It was
Yeah.
like there's.
That's to me is the weird part. Is like I don't know if I ever had breakfast at my school except for when they served breakfast for lunch, which they did way too. Where it was like French toast sticks and French fries. That's like what would be for lunch. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
No, I
But-
never had the school breakfast. There are a lot of kids who did, and a lot of times that was like, either the family needed the food subsidized or the family's like work schedule was such that the kid couldn't be fed at
Yeah,
home. So it's
yeah.
always a situation. But it ends up a thing like, yes, you were saying it you get like you get othered. It's like a differentiator. To Jacob's point, it's like it would be great if just like everyone got free breakfast and free lunch, and there was just like
Yes.
no fucking stigma about any of it.
Yeah.
You
Come
didn't have
grab
to-
it if you want it.
Exactly,
If you,
exactly.
If you bring it from home, cool.
Right.
It's like
you don't
a-
have to give us a ticket or anything. You don't have fucking lunch debt, but our country doesn't
Yeah.
work that way.
I'd been on the other side of it too, where on the side of it where
Yeah.
I had to like push in my number to get my free lunch, and the anxiety of not knowing if you have enough to get the lunch because it'll like make a buzz.
right.
Like if it's like it's like you don't have enough funds in your account or whatever. And it's
Because
like
we had
$1.10
we
or
transitioned
something.
to cards at
Yeah,
one point.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like an electronic arm like wedgies you. I saw this on the Oprah episode.
Yeah, that was that was the one that did come true. And then like a big sign would drop with like confetti with an arrow that said "poor." It was awful. Yeah. And then they would make moths fly out of your pocket.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And then you're like, how much did the school spend on this?
On this, my
Yeah.
lunch should be free.
Right. Yeah. But,
And then
then
the
again,
moth's fucking eating a turkey leg. It's disgusting.
Oprah punches a coat, but she was fine. She's she's wealthy.
she's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
She doesn't have to
she's-
worry about that.
Yeah.
I saw somebody ask her on a TikTok recently, like how much, like because people ask you for money when you have money, like what's the number that you don't really think about or whatever, and she was like, look, I have money now. It was like, what did she say? It was kind of like, oh, like you have
It depends on how much money they think you make.
Yeah, if you think you make $500,000 a year, they're gonna ask you for $5,000. If you make $1 million a year or something, you're gonna ask you for $50,000 and so on and so forth. And she's like, nobody's really asking me anymore because I guess they don't know or something. Or it was like some answer where she was like, I could give away any money and never think about it. Basically,
I thought you were gonna say it was one of those things. Have you seen these YouTube videos that are like, it's like, hey man, like, can I check out your house? Like, and then like,
oh, I've seen
the
that.
guy's like, sure. And he's like, I'm actually a millionaire, and they're like so fakely set up.
Yeah, it's like the new Cribs, basically.
They're kind of Cribs, but they're like such set up videos. He's like, hey man, I was wanting to ask you, like, how much do you make? And he's like, do you mind if I see your house? And then like,
wow,
they'll take a YouTuber in the house and they'll look at it's. You know what it's very similar to is like, you know, the videos where just the way that they're fake. The videos where they're like, I've actually never heard this song before. I'm gonna like. The ABC song, I've never heard it. I'm gonna give it like a listen for the first time.
To it.
And he's like, "Whoa, this song is actually pretty cool." Like it's like so, like obviously
LMNOP
fake.
part really
almost
fucking
like
So that genre I've seen because I've seen like I get my YouTube algorithm will feed me like
It's not ABCs, but it'll be like I'm listening to Tiny Dancer for the first time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be like some jazz pianist or something, or someone who's got a music theory thing. And for me, it's all like video game soundtracks.
Yeah.
It's like, like jazz pianist hears the Persona 5 soundtrack for the first time and be like, ooh, this has some jazzy chords in it, and like play along for it or whatever. So I understand that genre.
Yeah, but so it's similar to that where like a guy, it's like very obviously set up that they're gonna show this
100%,
guy
yeah.
the house, and then they take him inside and show them like a giant mansion, and it gets millions of views on TikTok or YouTube.
But people still want that, like, because I thought that sort of wealth porn has kind of fallen out of favor. People still like it.
Give me the slop. That's what these piggies want. You can't start
Oink,
being
baby.
critical about what's out there, I think, at this point. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it's just like anything goes. Like, we need a constant stream of sloppy slop.
That makes sense.
And on that point, there was a Doughboys video that got 500,000 views that we didn't post. Someone clipped it and posted it.
Oh, it's I believe it's like over 2 million now.
That's pretty good.
Congrats, guys.
We can't. It's not even ours, you fool.
Hey, but virality's it works even if it's
It's
not your own.
also, you don't want to go viral.
Yeah.
Being
Take it
viral.
from me.
It's so 2012
You
going
don't wanna go
viral.
viral. It's too much. It's a burden. It's a prison. Ugh. You don't want it. It's so hard.
It's like because I used to make Funny or Die videos and like whatever, like you get a video that would get a bunch of views and then but like in hindsight it was like, first off, and that may be the case about today's content, it's like how many of those views are real? How much of it is just like fucking bullshit?
Yeah.
There's just bots watching or someone's watching 3 seconds on mute and that's counted as a view. But it's also like, whatever. It's like the people who are watching it don't give a shit about ownership at all. Like any piece of internet content you've ever seen, you don't care about like who made it or who the owner is. You just kind of have an association with whoever you see in it, right? It's like,
Sure.
you don't look at a meme and be like, oh, who made that meme? That's a cool meme. I want to see who put that text over this image. Like no one thinks that way.
Not
This makes
really.
me sad. You didn't care about titty therapy with Joe Rogan when you made it, Wags? Like none of that stuff is cool. to
Titty
you?
therapy with Joe Rogan was like big for me, It got me a lot of general meetings.
Jamie, pull it up.
People were like, let's get like, can we do a titty therapy like pilot? Doesn't have to be with Joe Rogan. Could be like, because he's really busy now. Like that kind of opened up some doors for him.
Yeah.
But we're like thinking Jamie Kennedy is maybe as the titty therapy, Like that could be like the like version for Vimeo when the Vimeo was doing originals, right? They were like, we could do this a Vimeo original series.
I just thought that came from your heart, so it's good to know.
It was like that was like a passion project. I was like, I was pitching titty therapy to every celebrity who'd come in. Be like, hey, can we do titty therapy? Joe Rogan finally bit, and this was before all like the anti-vax stuff or whatever. So I didn't, whatever. I was like,
You're in the clear.
yeah, it was just like, oh, the news radio guy, and he likes MMA, I guess. Like even that was like early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly Fear Factor stuff. in
Yeah.
that video, I remember.
Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of Fear Factor, and like that was like basically the premise of it was like Fear Factor, and then like what if titty therapy?
Yeah.
What if
No, that's
titty
good.
therapy?
Yeah. He probably saw the writing on the wall. He's like, well, I make people eat bugs. This is sort of the next thing I'll do. Yeah. Then I'll just influence culture at a grand scale that I could never even fathom. Yeah.
All right, let's do this Doughcision bullshit.
I read no. Mrs. Schumacher is getting so mad at us. She's fucking pissed.
She's gonna be furious because her name is Mrs. Shoemaker.
Oh,
so
shit.
if you're saying her name wrong, she's gonna.
Well,
flip.
we're already on the outs. It's all right.
We've all seen titty therapy. Get to my meal. That's what she said. That's her
Shoemaker,
voice.
you.
That was
bitch.
good.
That's
I'm glad
really
she's
good.
here.
Yeah.
God, she's busting my balls.
Yeah.
This bitch. All right, so
with the numbers.
okay, so here 5-day lunches, 5 days worth of lunches plus one PTA dinner. Let's start things off. I think we could just blue sky it. And what are the lunches? Because I think the way to think of this one is we're gonna try to wow somebody. Like let's have a 5-day string of like great lunches.
I'm just gonna say this.
Yes.
Of course, one of these days is gonna be pizza day. Is it Monday or is it Friday?
Well, this is exactly what I was going to pitch. Friday's
pizza day.
Friday's pizza day. That's the classic, right? Want to
I
knock
think
everyone's
my-
socks off? Let's put it on fucking Monday.
Let's
start the week.
Wow.
It's got what I'm-
Starting with pizza day.
This is,
All
and I
downhill
think
then.
That's
It's
that's
all
my
downhill.
concern. We have nothing to build
shit.
Well, yeah, because we're forgetting that all the other options are bad.
That's true.
Here's what I would kind of say. If you want to mix it up, I think pizza makes sense on Friday. But if you want to like kind of throw a little
Pizza
bit of a
on Monday, too.
curveball,
Pizza. I think it was on Mondays in my elementary school.
Okay.
The square pizza.
I was gonna say you
Celeste.
could because that's the other thing we should figure. We should drill down what kind of pizza. Because are you thinking like the French bread pizzas? Those can be fun. Are you thinking like a mini individual pizza? But I would say if you put pizza day on Thursday, and if that's the night of the PTA dinner, actually, when is the PTA dinner? We don't have
I
context.
assumed it was Saturday.
You thought it was Saturday.
Yeah, it's an extra day.
So maybe then we say like pizza on Friday, and then can we parlay some of those pizza leftovers? Like figure out how to rework those.
He's not. You want us to do a fucking chopped on the leftover pizza?
Miss Smoke Tree or whatever the fuck her name is. Miss Smoke Tree's not gonna want leftover.
No, I'm saying that could be like an element of like, hey, we got some pizza leftovers that can go along with our spaghetti
Hey, these
dinner.
shitty kids couldn't finish the pizza. Here, you could eat this.
We're gonna bring fucking leftover pizza, Mrs. Shoemaker. Are you fucking out of your mind?
You
This
you
is
show her
insane.
leftover, she's out the door.
Okay, then never mind. Then forget about that. I was just gonna say like, Italian. We could leave pizza into.
Maybe we should have a few drinks to
spaghetti.
loosen up, Mrs. Shoemaker.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody already did.
Okay. Never mind. We'll nix that idea.
Okay.
I have
good.
to get in the spirit that this is like you said. We want to wow them. I was thinking the kiddies got to eat the slop that I grew up eating, but you
Okay.
want it to be a positive.
I think we're gonna try to make the best of the slop.
Yes,
I'm
that's a
down.
good- no,
I'm down to be in that zone. That
we
makes
have a
sense.
we have a school cafeteria budget, so we can't
Yeah.
go nuts.
We
Like,
can't
but
do- we can't. They're not going to having filet mignon. nothing
Exactly.
Like that.
Not
Got
a
you.
chicken Caesar salad wrap or
No,
something like
nothing.
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like we might have, like chicken fried steak, which we'd have as a
Okay.
treat.
Are we doing
Yeah.
elementary or are we doing? We're in high school.
High
You
school.
said
We're
it
in
was
high
High
school.
school.
In fact,
just
we're
gonna-
at Mitch. We're at high school high.
Oh my God. We're at John Lovett's high
John
school
Lovett's
high.
high school high.
Food better be good.
It stinks.
That's the scariest thing could happen is it stinks
Yeah.
from Lovett's.
Have I told you my Lovett story? I worked at the Improv on Melrose over there, the comedy club, and on my first night there, I dropped an entire tray of dishes in front of him, and he went, "Oh!" Like he started the like when
Yeah.
people drop stuff, and I was like, "Lovitz is starting it. My life's over."
Damn.
I cannot believe how poorly this poster has aged for high school high.
Oh my goodness.
John Lovitz with a huge afro with an afro pick in it.
Oh my God.
No,
Tagline is
Yeah.
"There's a new teacher in the hood."
no.
Oh boy.
This is freedom of speech shit right here, man.
I know you shouldn't be allowed to do it.
It's okay. This movie came out in 1996.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Man, that movie came out when I was 13/14.
Wow.
It's wild.
This
I'm
is the
gonna
first
watch
time
it.
hearing
I'm
of
gonna watch
it.
that.
I'm gonna watch it
Uh,
tonight. Yeah.
John
Yeah.
Lovitz
must watch.
is like the inspirational principal / teacher, and Tia Carrera is the female lead. Mackay Pfeiffer's in this movie.
This feels very much like Dangerous Minds. It came out after Dangerous
Was
Minds.
definitely in that sort of era. Was definitely like the there's Dangerous Minds was the other one. There was the Jaime Espinosa movie, right?
Lean on me.
Lean on Me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lean on Me, and then
You and I were just saying that we wish there
Stand
was.
and Deliver was the other one. There were like 3 of them.
Yeah.
We were saying that we were wishing that there were not another movie, like not another whatever scary movie level.
Yeah.
We miss them. We want them.
Oh,
back
I
a
was
little
talking to
bit.
somebody. I was like,
Escalante
we're
was
like,
his name.
I think we just came up where this is the 10th year since the last one was made.
Yeah.
Which would be the perfect year to do Scary Movie 7 or whatever.
They should do another
They
one.
should
The
do
Scream's
There's
back.
so much data. There's been so many cinemas to make fun of. So many ripe movie berries.
I 100%. Bugman was saying the other day, if Oppenheimer nuked Barbie Land, think about that. That's funny.
There you go. That'd be good.
I'm laughing all the way to the box office. I'll tell you that.
Chicken nuggets on Monday.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a great pitch. I love that.
That's really,
That's fucking
really
great.
good.
It's in between the pizza craze.
Yeah, it's
still
fun.
fun. You can get your barbecue. You can get your ketchup.
but you're not
it's
shooting
really-
your wad. You still got like a place to grow from.
Jesus, they're high school kids here, Nick.
yeah, nobody's fucking.
They're shooting the
blasting
most
off.
wads. They got the
are-
most wads
they
to
are. They're shooting
shoot.
A lot of
Yeah.
wads.
Take me back.
Corn on the side with a not a baked fry.
Are you
and not a
thinking like
fried
a,
fry?
I could
Are you
fill
thinking
up
like
my
a
fucking
corn
wad meter
little
back
mini
to the-
ear, or are you talking like some niblets?
I'm thinking like kind of a wet butter niblet.
Okay, got it.
situation.
Yeah, I'm into that. What were you saying?
I was saying if I could fill up my wad meter back to when I was like 16, man, it would be fucking
Yeah.
killer,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
If there was
That's
a
right,
genie,
brother.
If there was a scenario where there was a genie and like a genie was here, that would be my first wish, just to fill up my wad meter.
Wad's like I'm 16 again.
Yeah.
Before he's even out of the fucking little tunnel, you just see his weird ass face. Wad's like I'm 16. Run straight to the bathroom.
Yeah, I want one like the first one.
I want all of them to be like the first one.
Yeah.
My dad would see it.
I've been writing.
cannot
I've been
believe
writing
this
Hims
story.
ads.
Yeah.
You want to like the first one?
Yeah. And don't worry, Hims isn't struck. Don't worry about it.
I'm scabbing for Hims.
They're paying me in product.
You want it, then the devil's like, you want it like the first one, huh? And then your wads are just air. It's like, oh no.
I'd be okay with that, I think. Other than the procreation angle, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you could suck them out from the bottom.
All right, so chicken nuggets on Monday. Corn
Hold on a second.
niblets with butter, and then some baked fries. I love this.
Yeah.
That's a fucking home run. Especially if you're getting two different dipping sauces, a little barbecue, a little ketchup. Great.
They don't really
Corn
introduce.
does go good with the nuggets.
Yeah.
That does good.
But they don't really introduce. I feel like none of the meals that I saw at schools, not very vegetable heavy. I don't remember a lot of vegetables at
No,
school.
absolutely not.
There was
Maybe
se-
some
it was
green
always
beans or
separate.
something, but
Yeah.
like no, it was like very. And corn is like the closest it would come to a vegetable.
I almost want to say cream corn just because I don't trust the buttered corn.
That's okay. Yeah, we can make that pivot.
I mean, like it's probably like a margarine anyway. Like they're not putting butter on that corn.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
All right,
table-
look, I think people
table
like
smear they
buttered
got.
corn. I won't take away from it.
We can cream up the corn.
Doesn't seem like a safer move. The cream corn fits the nuggets a little bit. You're dipping nuggets.
I would even think maybe like a section of a cob, like 2-inch cob.
We were talking about a 2-inch cob. We were talking about like a little mini cob.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of like
It's like
them
a regular
off the
size
cob.
My
cob.
second wish of the genie: a 2-inch cob.
It's a normal cob.
Slight growth in my pants.
You hear like a ding.
Oh no, a blunt end. Oh man. Fucking devil. Did you know over 80% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about? It's too easy to subscribe to a free trial of something and then completely forget about it once you stop using it, right as the monthly charges start rolling in. That's why I'm such a big fan of Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. With Rocket Money, you can easily cancel the ones you don't want with just the press of a button. No more long hold times or annoying emails with customer service. Rocket Money does all the work for you. Rocket Money can even negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money also lets you monitor all your expenses in one place, recommends custom budgets based on your past spending, and they'll even send you notifications when you've reached your spending limits. With over 5 million users and counting, Rocket Money has helped save its customers an average of $720 a year and $1 billion in total savings so far. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/doughboys. That's rocketmoney.com/doughboys, rocketmoney.com/doughboys.
So what's the drink for the chicken nugget?
That's a
day?
great question. What are we doing drink-wise? Because I always thought of my drinks as pretty static. And for me, I was like always getting a little mini guy of chocolate milk.
We
That
had
was my go-to.
white milk,
You had white milk.
chocolate milk,
Okay.
and on fucking Tuesdays we had Taz shakes.
Oh,
What
Taz
is a
shakes.
Taz
What's a
shake?
Taz
Taz
shake?
shake was like in a carton and it was like slightly thicker.
Wow.
It was like a thicker chocolate milk, maybe with like a dash of cinnamon or something like that.
That sounds like a hoot. For me,
So
it was
creamed
always.
corn, also, by the
1 or
way,
2%
creamed corn
chocolate milk.
is good for the high schoolers. Like it's
It
like
really
a
helps
little,
them. It's really good for them.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
little more sophisticated.
Sure, yeah.
Because you got to think about this. The high school kids it's different than the elementary school.
They're
kids.
gonna be
They
making.
can't
fucking,
be eating that regular corn. It has to be creamed.
It's got to be creamed. But then they're gonna be making fucking wad joe.
Yeah, but that's funny. That's good.
Okay, so we'll
Give
put
them
it
the
in there so
opportunity
they
for
can
the
make
wad
it.
joes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know
I
it.
gotta
Yeah,
say, if there's a food fight, they'll be prepared.
that's true.
That's a great point.
They'll be. It's just if you're a cafeteria worker, just be ready for them to be like, "Can I have the creamed corn?"
That's
And be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I know what you're."
creamed my corn.
I know. Yes, I know what you're saying. There you go.
yeah, that's fun though.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll keep them in line. We'll keep them in line.
Okay,
Keep
so we
them
got
in
that.
line.
Look, we locked in. I think Monday is set.
Monday.
Monday.
What's the drink though?
No, I think the thing with drink. I think you just got the standard set of drinks.
Well, then
I
we
don't
got to
think
say what the drink options are.
Great, that's fair.
chocolate milk,
Milk. This is high
regular
school kids.
milk.
Milk.
Well, I guess I don't think of today's high school. I just think of when I was in high school was always milk.
Yeah.
I guess
There's
today's high
milk.
schools not get milk. Do they not drink milk
They're
as
getting-
much?
They have to be. There's got to be some government program.
Yeah.
Yerba mate at the high schools here in the coast makes me sick.
Boba.
Yeah.
I guess orange juice would probably be an option, or some
Like,
sort of juice in
Maybe
a box.
Fruit punch cup would probably be a thing too.
Maybe a fruit punch cup. I don't know.
Maybe a little bottle of water. Just a
Yeah,
small
like
little
yeah,
bottle of
one
water.
of those
4
mini
ounces,
waters.
Yeah. Wasteful,
Water,
but
milk, chocolate milk, fruit punch cup, apple juice cup.
White Claw.
Yeah,
A
no
White
White
Claw.
Claw.
Just kidding.
No White Claws. How is that for drink options?
Yeah, that's fine.
And are the drinks across the menu, right? Because like there's not
Yes.
special
Yeah, the drinks
for
are,
the
are static.
Yeah.
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 And I mean, you know what? We could give one vending machine. Do they still do vending machines? in high schools?
Fruitopia. Easy.
All right,
Easy
Fruitopia.
Fruitopia.
They do, but like Bill Clinton went in there and he was like, this was like a late Clinton administration
Oh, yeah.
initiative where he took out all the sugar drinks. So it's all like, I think, diet drinks and juices.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Gatorades,
Right.
water. and-
Which
Yeah.
Gatorade's also probably not healthy for you.
I
but
had
it's still like,
my middle school had soda, and then like during like halfway through my middle school time, it went away, and I remember being like, I used to be able to drink Sprite Remix. Now I have to drink water.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember. Yeah, in ninth grade, it was like we had sodas and we had cup of noodles and
Yeah.
machines and like ice cream vacuums that would suck up ice cream and like drop it.
oh yeah.
And then it, like,
Nick got
changed in the
stuck one of
middle
those one time.
And it changed in the middle, and then it was like paletas, like fruit bars,
Yeah.
ice cream bars, and then Gatorade and water, and that was it. Yeah, sad,
the bummer.
sad.
The worst thing Clinton ever did.
Yeah,
Agreed.
All right, so that's Monday. Okay, Tuesday. Just trying to think of I mean,
First of all, we're gonna call it Tuesday.
Tuesday is Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So kids will be anticipating that.
Something chewy.
Oh, something chewy.
Well, by the way,
Big
there's,
bowl of taffy.
There's a thing on Tuesday that it comes to mind.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh,
yeah,
this
sure.
could be huge.
Yeah, we could do a Taco Tuesday.
I think we do. I think we got to do Taco Tuesday.
I'm curious, is it still if you get a taco at certainly has when I was a kid, a taco at at a school was like just an American taco, like a hard
Yeah.
shell with
Yeah.
like fucking ground beef. Is that
Yes.
still what you're getting?
I think we got two
Probably.
of those.
I think so.
I think we
Yeah.
got two of those bad boys.
Got it. Hard shell, ground beef,
Paste
some,
salsa.
lettuce,
You know? Yeah.
some real shitty shredded cheese.
Yeah.
a little bit of lettuce.
maybe
and then,
tomato or no tomato. Do we have
Ooh,
the
I
Can't
budget?
afford tomato.
We can't
Yeah.
get
I
tomato.
don't think so.
Well, because we got all these
Jesus.
fucking juices.
No, I think the paste.
Look,
we've got 17 juices.
we maybe went overboard with the juices. We can't afford tomatoes anymore. I fucked up a little bit with
Definitely
that.
the salsa is more budget friendly because it doesn't have to be fresh. You
Yeah.
can just have that in
Yeah.
a big ass fucking Cisco like can.
And
Yeah.
then you're gonna do refried beans and and rice, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's
For
probably
your-
the
I
move.
think
your
make it
size.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Why overthink it? All right, Taco Tuesday.
Boom.
That's
Tuesday.
really, really
That's
good.
hot.
Yeah, this is look. If I'm eating at this school, I'm like Monday, Tuesday. We're starting things off with a bang.
This
It's
is
two of
nice.
my
I wish we could have a
favorites.
horchata. I wish that it could be allowed on Taco
Maybe
Tuesday.
We'll see what's
there's
left over
too
in the
many
budget.
drinks,
I
dude.
know, I know the budget. I
And
know.
we literally just said we're not having special drinks.
I know. I fucked up. It's fine.
You're
My man's
fine.
thirsty.
I think I am.
He wants a little
thirsty.
treat. Yeah.
I think I am just thirsty.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good. If I went to the school, I'd be saying, "Thank you, chef."
All right, so
you did just remind me of the thing that I loved at the
Mhm.
LA was the chalupa.
yeah,
They're like, yeah,
The ch-
chimichanga.
the
yeah.
It was like a small tostada kind of thing in a bowl,
a lot of fun.
and they just melted cheese, and there was like 4 crumbles of meat.
right.
I'm remembering this fondly with the really bad sauce.
yeah.
But I do think the kids deserve tacos and not a bad chalupa.
yeah.
I'm gonna say this. It's Wednesday. I haven't had mashed potatoes yet, so I just want them.
Okay,
so
mashed potatoes
okay.
are
I
getting.
don't know what's else is gonna
They're
come
getting
on
a slot.
Wednesday. Yeah, what's that? Slot?
They're getting a slot. They're getting like in the tray. You got your 2 little slots.
Yeah.
I just think that
They get a
mashed
little cubby
potatoes
hole.
should be one of the things on my tray by Wednesday. We're halfway through the week.
So I
if
think
I haven't had mashed potatoes by Wednesday, I'm cutting somebody.
So I'm thinking if we're doing mashed potatoes, that's an opportunity to sneak a green vegetable in there because that's when
Yes.
kids are like they'll
Yeah.
have a cream
Yeah.
spinach, they'll
Mhm.
have like some green beans.
I was
A
thinking
canned
like
green
Yeah,
bean.
canned green bean feels
Yes.
accurate.
I mean, we're saving money at least here, but
yeah,
Wednesday should suck.
Yeah, sure.
Wednesday
it's
maybe has
okay
to
if
suck a little
Wednesday
bit.
sucks.
yeah.
Although you hear they're a curveball. You got mashed potatoes, you got green beans. What's our main going to be? A couple of corn dogs.
Whoa.
What kind of meal is that?
two corn dogs?
Nick, calm down.
Two, right?
They're turkey corn dogs. Two turkey corn dogs. And it's
Damn,
like
dude.
This is
it's
insane.
your turkey
Nick,
dinner.
Dude, I kind of stoked on that.
Nick's being so crazy. Nick's being so crazy. I need to switch seats. I can't sit next
I
to
was
this
gonna say
guy.
like turkey meatloaf, but
Yeah.
2 corn dogs rips.
Turkey meatloaf is better.
Turkey meatloaf. Also, you got some
More
gravy
fitting.
on there. You can put the gravy on the green
Yeah,
beans
that's
to make them
true.
more
That's
edible.
more
Gravy on
fitting.
meatloaf?
That's more fitting.
What? Where are we from?
Oh, you can put no. I
I'm it's a ketchup only, is it not?
you can have
Is it
ketchup.
not?
Here's what I've run into. You put a little ketchup on the like you can like you bake it with a little ketchup on the top. So you
Uh-huh.
but like if you want to add some gravy, yeah, you can add some gravy.
This,
It's totally
this
valid.
whole thing, baking it with ketchup, I'm sickened to my stomach.
Damn.
Wait, really?
I don't like meatloaf at all.
Wow.
I'm skipping lunch on Wednesday.
Dang.
So should we not
Shit.
do meatloaf? Should we
Wait,
do something
sounds-
Hey,
that's
don't accommodate me.
Is
It's
he
just
is he
me.
a student? What's happening here?
I'm doing a never been kissed sort of thing at
Yeah.
the school.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
What if you just did a classic like sliced turkey breast
I
with
think
a little
you would
bit
get
of
in way
gravy?
more trouble for a never been kissed thing after school.
Yeah, I get into a lot of trouble for not being the adorable Drew Barrymore. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Fell in love with a teacher?
I'm down with
All
corn
right.
dogs. I'm down with sliced turkey breast. I think maybe meatloaf might be a bit polarizing. I think
Here's
that's fair.
here's the deal. What if? Oh, you don't like the ketchup? I was
It's not,
saying
hey, it's not up to me. I'm not, a student.
mashed potatoes with gravy. You get the you get the gravy on the mashed potatoes, and then the meatloaf is just the meatloaf. You can
Okay.
you can mix it all together if you want.
You can
Sure.
you can carry some gravy over.
So it'll be like they'll put a little gravy on your potatoes and then be
Yes.
like, "Do you want any on your meatloaf?" So that'll be an option.
I think that's
that
that's
works.
pretty good.
It's
that's pretty nice.
Look, I'll give it a taste.
Wow.
Give it a taste.
Okay, so I'm feeling I'm feeling solid. We got
It's
chicken
also funny
nuggets.
that you're a grown man pretending to be a student, and you're gonna skip lunch because you don't think it's good.
I don't like it. Yeah, put a big target on my back just by not complying. You're like, this kid's weird.
what are you gonna do? Just bring a Lunchable and eat it all in one bite?
Yeah.
Stack it all. Stack it all at once.
Eating a cup of applesauce like a little kid.
Chicken nuggets,
applesauce is pretty good.
tacos,
Applesauce is good.
apple. I mean, like if you can have pork chops or something, you can have some apple. I don't think we have the budget for pork chops.
Save it for the PTA dinner.
We
You know
got
what?
hey, we got turkey meatloaf on Wednesday. We're getting to Thursday and Friday.
Mhm.
Look, Wednesday's lunch does kind of it's a shittier one. We didn't go full because turkey and gravy we all know is bad as a
Yeah.
school lunch. We've all had it and it's bad. Turkey meatloaf is better, but you know what? You get an apple crisp at the end. You got a dessert.
Oh, that's fun. You get a little bonus dessert.
Cool.
Sure.
Dessert.
Why
Halfway
not?
through the week. We know the lunch sucks, but you got a dessert.
You get a little dessert, a little apple crisp. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say for Thursday. We're already going south of the border. We're already going to Italy. Should we go?
North of the border?
Yeah, some poutine on the menu,
We're gonna
baby.
poutine? No, I was gonna say, like, should we go to Asia and perhaps like, hey, we got like some lo mein or something. Like, I'm trying to think of something we could produce. Like, could we do? We never had an orange chicken at my school, but I feel like that's a thing that's probably at schools now.
I was gonna say if they tried to do an orange chicken, it was with leftover nuggets from Monday.
Yeah.
In a sauce.
Matt,
Hey, that's
you were
helping us
fucking
out,
using
though.
your brain. You're using your noodle right there.
That's pretty
Helping us
good.
big time.
Yeah.
Shoemaker's gonna fucking love this. We're saving our fucking big money.
Hey, you
true.
throw a big cut of bell pepper, a big cut of onion, and
Yeah,
with the
right.
chicken, get
Yeah.
the orange mandarin
Big
sauce rolling.
onion piece.
Yeah.
And here's where you know that they kind of skipped on it. The side, fries. Orange chicken and French fries.
Same fries from Monday.
Yeah. They
Same
put it
exact
on
Monday
top of the
fries,
fries and a little bit of gravy to do a little north of the border sort of situation.
There we go.
I'd also pitch like an underwhelming scoop of white rice.
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's,
And it has like peas in it. Like
Mhm.
little
I had not enough peas.
no,
A
like and they're
dehydrated
very
pea.
light
Yeah.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like the double carb that you have a little scoop of rice and French fries.
It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat your rice? Like, no. You want mine? No.
These toilets at the school are going to work.
By the
Well-
way, we're on to Friday, but do we have a sub man? Because my high school had a sub man.
A sub man?
Yeah, there's a sub guy. You could go to the window, a sub man would make you a sub.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell are you
sounds
talking
luxurious.
about?
Yeah.
It was not luxurious. I swear to you, it was. But
No, it's just some private guy that makes subs for you. Yeah.
sub man, we had sub man in the window. He'd make you subs. He'd make you a turkey sub or a
Your
roast
favorite
beef
superhero?
sub.
This was Fogel.
Sub man.
Was it Fogel?
I think it might have been Fogel. I do this for free.
Don't tell the school.
You had a sub man.
We had sub man. Do we have a sub man?
No.
No.
This is not like the school is not some fancy sub man.
Yeah, we're not.
It's not
I
a
mean,
fancy
It's
school.
not some future school.
We're not
Mitch.
getting like personal pan pizzas on Thursdays. We're not getting
Yeah.
any of that.
I'm kind of sad we're missing corn dogs, but I'll get
So-
over
by
it.
the way,
Corn dogs would be good.
Sub man.
I
by
was
the way,
excited about corn dogs.
Oh, do we not have room for corn dogs?
I mean, we could always take out.
Oh, you know what?
The meatloaf.
or the orange
Sometimes
chicken.
lunches you have options. What if we gave an option on Thursday, Wednesday?
So Thursday's the one pivot day where you have two choices.
Yeah, 2 lunch Thursday.
So you can get
Two
either.
lunch Thursday
Or 2 lunch Friday. Corn dog and pizza.
Oh
That's
my
fun.
god.
That's so fun.
Oh my
Jacob.
god.
It's
just like-
Jacob. That's great.
Jacob.
I love that.
It's actually
that's-
Friday. We're treating it like a. God damn it! It's fucking Friday.
It's fucking Friday. Yeah.
And we made it. You know.
I love that.
I like it too.
All right. So Friday you get your
Shoemaker's
choice
not
of
gonna love it, but
2 corn dogs
Uh-huh.
or some kind of pizza. And I
The
guess we gotta
pizza
drill down
I'm
what that is
envisioning
exactly.
is like one large slice with
Okay,
cubed
sure.
pepperoni.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Into
saying?
that.
Does this
Very
make
into
sense?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Very into that.
We had square. We usually had square pizza with no meat on it ever.
Just
'Cause
that weird
just,
cheese.
Just a weird, just a
A
weird
thick
fucking
cheese.
box
Yeah.
of pizza.
I remember, I remember cheese, but I also remember like a long boy, like it was maybe on a garlic bread
And French bread pizza,
and
yeah.
French bread pizza, and
Yeah.
that one did have the little pepperoni.
and it comes with
nugs.
mixed greens. The pizza comes
You gotta
with
have mixed greens on the side. Yeah,
because
that's your salad
that's
for
where
the
you
week.
sneak in the ranch.
There you
There we
go.
go.
You get a little mixed green
Because
with
they're
a
not going
little
to give
thing
it
of
to you on the
ranch.
side, but if you want the salad, you're getting the ranch.
Yeah.
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 That's fun. I like that. And then what comes with the corn dogs?
Baked beans,
Holy shit.
not bad.
I think it's
Not
pretty
terrible.
good.
Yeah. Or salad. You can get salad too.
Can you mix them the two? Okay, all right, that's fair.
I mean, because like it's the kind of thing like if you're up there and you're just
You're already
like, do you want
doing
corn
salad
dogs?
for
Or do you want?
pizza,
Yeah.
right?
Do you want corn dogs or pizza?
But you're
Like-
going to get to a situation, and this is going to happen. And Mrs. Shoemaker's not going to like this. You're going to run out of salad because the corn dog people maybe wanted some salad. There's nothing for the pizza people. Pizza people don't want the baked beans.
Maybe they do though.
So you know, there's one at least. There is
I
at
would.
least.
I would maybe.
There is
do
at
that.
least one weirdo who would get the pizza.
If you
and
put
the
them on
baked
top, it's pretty Bob.
Brian's fucking bean pizza.
Yeah, there goes Bean Boy over there.
Bean pizza ass.
Yeah.
You try it.
Yeah.
Brian invents fucking Google or something. The bean pizza, fucking nerd.
His dog's the talking dog from the Bush Beans commercial. Trained
There
him
is
to
a
be an
pizza in
actor.
Boston that you can get. There's a bar pizza place where you can get beans on the pizza, and it's pretty good.
What?
Disgusting.
What is it exactly?
Linwood
reaction.
Cafe.
Ugh.
But what do you get? Are you getting loose beans? Is it like a
It's baked
spoon, a
beans.
ladle of baked beans?
It's baked beans. I think bacon. I forget what the whole thing.
But is
is
it baked like on as a
Onto the
topping, or are they
pizza?
like, here's a slice of pizza, let me ladle some beans onto it?
No,
what are you
it's
doing?
baked into the pizza.
Okay.
That could be good. It
But
sounds
still,
gross, but
I'm
it
just
could
saying
be
that
good.
like it's a possibility. And all baked beans, there is like a ketchup-y base, which is close to tomato. It's a tomato vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you sub sauce for a ladle of beans on the bread, I can see it. I can see it happening.
You know what?
I don't like it, but I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
You know what we're missing, which is a staple of school lunches, and I think Mrs. Shoemaker could say like, "What are you doing here?" Is there's no fish sticks anywhere this week. Now,
Oh, we missed that.
yeah, I don't know if
Fuck.
fish sticks have kind of fallen out of favor. If they're now, it's like here's a little bit more of
After
like a
what South Park
fillet.
did to him.
This is not like rock and roll at
Yeah.
all, but I think Friday instead of corn dogs, you gotta give
Like,
Yeah.
you gotta give that like religious fish option.
That's-
Get the corn
Oh,
dogs
yeah.
out of there.
and this
yeah.
is
I think
secretly
that
public schools
sucks.
being a little bit religious secretly.
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
push.
That's true.
That
And-
sucks.
And
but
you know
I
what?
do
That would
think
maybe
it's-
take off that might ruin the pizza too.
I think you got to get no. I think you keep the pizza because people can't.
No,
kids
but I'm
can't
saying,
get
does
pizza.
you get rid of the pepperoni on the pizza?
Maybe it's a cheese pizza and a fish sticks. Maybe those are your options.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, we
And
just
then maybe you
downgraded
got-
this Friday though.
Maybe
I
you got
know.
like
This
a
Friday
salad.
sucks ass. This
And-
fucking sucks.
It's
Yeah.
a green salad or coleslaw.
Tuesday's
coleslaw,
the
yeah.
winner.
I think pizza and green salad is still pretty good for Friday.
that rocks. Yeah.
We have to do this. We
We
had to.
have to
to.
do it. We
But
have
you
to
know
do
what?
It.
Now, because we're not covering salad for each, we could maybe afford a small dessert for Friday.
Right.
Coffee cake, cookie.
Do a coffee
I like
cake.
a coffee
Coffee
cake.
cake,
That sounds
cookie. We
good.
had in for a time we had slush puppies at my school, and those were always great. You know what those are? It's like they're like Slurpees. They're not really Slurpees. It's more like a snow cone that you drink, but it's like more like juice kind of.
So I brought up slush puppies. He had no idea what they were. I love slush puppies. As a
I
boy.
haven't heard them as slush puppies, but I when it's described, I kind of can wrap my
I
mind.
saw that
Icy?
you kind of looked scared when I said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very scared.
Is it in a cone? The delivery device is it in
It's
a
in like a
cup cone?
like a Dixie cup almost, but like a
Okay.
little taller. It's about like this big, and it's like way too much sugar to give a kid
Right.
in the middle of the day.
Mhm.
I mean,
What
it's
ab-
all insane.
What about one of those individual ice cream cups that has the wooden spoon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great
That could be
Friday
nice.
little thing.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
think-
still good. I like to eat
Swirl
that.
of fudge in
Yeah.
there or
Yeah.
something.
We're
Yeah.
clogging them up. They're not going to be able to shit. They go home for the weekend. They're going to shit their brains.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
What'd you do on Friday? I shit for 10 hours.
We helped the school pipes.
That's
Yeah.
our primary goal as cafeteria work.
Yeah.
All right.
no.
Well, look. I think are we
That
agreeing
feels
to, are
pretty
we
good.
locking it in?
I feel good about.
It's
I
never
feel good
going to
about-
feel perfect. It's a school menu.
No, and
Exactly.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
No, I feel good about Monday through Friday. The thing is that's been hanging
got-
over our heads all week. Mrs. Shoemaker's
Shoemaker.
coming in here
Brockmeyer.
with the PTA.
I think maybe we were focused
Brockmeyer's wife.
we were so focused on the school lunch because I think we were avoiding this part because we're so scared.
We're scared of the
And
consequences
there's a new
of Mrs.
twist to
Shoemaker.
this. I got a crush on Mrs. Shoemaker.
Dude,
Dude,
we all do.
I
We all
want-
really
we all
bad
love
at
her.
heart.
I want to knock her socks off.
Yeah.
Literally.
More like Mrs. Smoke Show. Good grief.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Mm.
Anytime I've at any sort of school event dinner, I'm just talking from my own personal experience. It's always been like a huge pot of spaghetti because it's the cheapest thing you can
Yeah.
produce at
Yep.
scale. I'm not saying that's what we have
This
to
is the
do.
PTO meeting, a big pot of spaghetti.
Yeah,
PTA,
PTA, not PTO. What
Oh.
are you thinking of? Paid
Paid-
time off?
Yeah.
This is the big PTA meeting.
The big PTA meeting.
A baked ziti, that sort of like covers everybody's bases too.
Yeah.
you know?
Baked
Like it doesn't have to be
ziti's
I
pretty
thought
spaghetti.
it was
good.
a
Ziti.
stuffed shell or something.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fun. That's a hoot.
a side of meatballs, those small meatballs.
Yeah.
So that it's the if you have a baked ziti or stuffed shells, you can have the meatballs in the sauce, and people who don't eat meat don't have to have it.
Yeah. That's actually great.
I just got a transmission.
Oh,
Breakfast for dinner, pancake party.
she's gonna
Oh
be so
my
mad.
God.
Is
Is she
gonna
be too
Dude, that's too wild for the meeting. That's like these are all serious
I
adults.
forgot about the
Kind of fun.
It's a little fun. You get some bacon.
I'm
some
just thinking,
scrambled
I like it.
eggs.
If I'm a serious adult, I have a kid that's
This-
going to this school,
Yeah.
and I'm involved in the PTA. You're serving me fucking pancakes.
You're right.
That's
You're right.
true.
I was too
But what if it's
crazy.
the sort of thing for me?
For
where
me,
Mrs.
I like
Shoemaker's like, I do like to have fun, and then loosens up.
yeah.
Next thing we know,
She's like doing the worm and stuff.
Next thing you know, I'm between her legs.
And you're
Chowing
like,
down.
what do I do now? What's next?
Help.
Hello.
Is there
Hello.
Is there a straight up just burgers play? Like, you know, we just load up the grill with some burger patties, and hey, it's a make your own burger bar.
And you know who's on the grill? The fucking the PE teacher. And he's a fucking grill master.
Matt, I love this. That's what he loves to do on the weekend.
Yeah.
He loves to fire up his smoker. He loves to just like
I used
go
to
out
be the
and
grill
use the
guy back in the
charbroiler
service,
outside.
and
Yeah.
then you would Google it, and you're like, I don't see any service
No,
records
this-
for this guy.
Fucking stolen valor? This guy's like claiming.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of good men out
Yeah.
there in Iraq. It's like, wait a minute.
I have a pitch. Because we were talking about it before.
Let's just get everything, all the possibilities
keep
out on the
pitching.
table.
I feel like maybe like Mediterranean food has enough for everybody where everybody can eat anything.
Bob's.
A chicken
Kebabs are
kebab
fun.
and a falafel.
Yeah, like that's like
Yeah.
it covers everybody's base. Everyone likes it.
Bob's.
The problem is the
Bob's.
PE teacher. He's like,
Chicken's
Yeah,
hard
he's
to
like,
grill.
don't ask me why.
Yeah, it's giving him flashbacks
Yeah.
to experience he didn't have.
Yeah, fucking, they shoved a stick up his ass.
guy was working at Walgreens during the time he said he was.
Yeah, came all the way out of his
He
mouth.
was in the
I
Green
think-
Berets. What the
I think
hell?
God, Matthew.
I think pasta might be the safest move still.
Pasta is the safest. Is it the best? I don't know, but I mean, it's very safe.
When Jacob said stuffed shell, that really did sort of speak to me. That
Really
was
fun.
It was really
It's a
good.
nice like heightened alternative to that.
Because everyone's expecting like, we'll get some sort of pasta. We'll get
I bet it's
going
gonna
to
be
Like
pasta.
that.
Yeah,
And then you go there, it's like, oh, stuffed shell.
Yeah, I
Stuffed
don't make this at
shells.
home.
Side of meatballs, garlic bread.
Side of meatball.
Side of meatballs is a tough
A
sell.
meatball and a,
I want it to. Listen, brother. From the bottom of my heart, there's nothing more.
Nick, they're turning on each other on that side. It's
There's
happening.
nothing more than I want for there to be a side of meatballs.
look. I'm thinking.
But we gotta figure out how to make it happen together, man. we gotta put our noggins together.
I'm thinking of those big like kind of pressure cookery pots that have meatballs in the sauce. in
Okay,
there.
so I've had that experience at Boy Scouts, which is just like, hey, we
Now
got a
we're
fucking
talking.
like a
crock
crock
pot
pot meatball.
filled with
Crock-pot
meatballs
meatball.
and like
Yeah.
a really simple sauce. There, you could just use the same marinara you're using the stuffed shells. So
Yeah.
I think there's something there.
I just needed it. I'm glad we figured it out.
Maybe I know we're worried about
Mitch is
leftovers
gonna
earlier.
cry when he sees there's no meatballs out there right after this.
Maybe we could save a little bit of money since we're having green salad on Friday. We could just have a little extra, and we got the same green salad and ranch dressing as our salad at
That'll
the PGA
keep.
dinner. They're not going to know it's
It'll
leftover
keep.
salad.
No,
They'll
that-
know
that-
all.
Hey, that's a great reveal.
Yeah.
Mrs. Shoemaker, you like your salad? It's quite good.
Guess what, bitch? It's from yesterday.
Now spread those legs. It's dinner time.
Table for one.
I'm starving.
I'm unsatisfied with the meal and with this.
No money
Sorry,
for the
ma'am.
school.
I should have one of you guys do it, man.
Why'd I volunteer?
Just imagining someone going down on you after a huge shells and stuffed shells dinner. Oh man, I ate so many meatballs. They get
I was a
service.
fucking hungry hippo in there.
The acid reflux.
The real truth of the matter is, Susser's gonna show up and eat most of the food. Did your kid go here? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I heard there were meatballs.
I think garlic bread too. I think
We have to have the bread.
We have to have
Yeah.
the garlic
Gotta have the
bread.
carb, yeah.
Again, maybe we could have some. We could find a way for that's seeded earlier in the week. It's leftover product. The other thing we got to have, we got to have some
$2
sort of dessert. I don't know if we're gonna have. Well, we could have a little $2. I guess that's where. Do we spend our budget on a little wine?
I was gonna say maybe like some wine or some coffee, like 2 hot pots, a decaf and a in a regular if you want that.
But if we got a coffee, are they gonna want something sweet? Are they gonna want like some cobbler? Or
I
something?
got the answer.
Yeah.
And you guys, I think you're gonna love this. Cheesecake bites.
That's really good.
Pretty good.
A tray of cheesecake bites
Yeah.
from like Costco
That's
or like
great.
Smart and Final or something. You know, there's like it's not that much. So you're not feeling too bad after you just ate
Some
like
have
30
caramel,
meatballs.
some have chocolate, some
Yeah,
have raspberry.
Exactly, a little bit of variety. Everyone's like, oh,
Not my
at
favorite, but I
No.
don't want to. I'm not trying to bump the table on this. I think it's a
Exactly.
good option.
It's
It's utilitarian.
and I
Yeah.
said that
It's
you guys
fine.
are gonna love it, so you have to like it.
No, I think that's great.
Dang, I'll work for it. I'll do some interior work to like it more.
Well, Mrs. Shoemaker,
I'm stuffed in more ways than one. Good work, boys.
Call me one of
Yes,
those
he
shows you were
loves
eating.
Did somebody say I'll stuff her shell? Did anybody say that?
I don't think anyone said that yet.
Okay,
so
hold
yeah,
on.
over
I'll
here.
stuff her shell.
Great, great, yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Also, Mrs. Shoemaker is all on board with all of this, by the way.
Yeah. But
She's-
wait, but like, what is the goal? Why are we trying to make her so fucking happy? What for? Who gives a
It's
shit?
for the children,
For the
Matt.
kids.
It's for the
You
fucking
want the rest of the
kids.
PTA
I
to
also
be happy.
I saw in the reflection of Emma's glasses that she's updating her resume. She's like, "Get me out of here! This fucking sucks."
That LinkedIn just
Yeah,
loading.
Yeah, she just did a DocuSign for a new gig.
All right, chicken nuggets Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday we're having turkey meatloaf. Thursday we're taking a trip to the Orient and we're having a little bit of orange chicken. Friday we are having pizza / fish sticks, and Saturday for the PTA dinner a big stuffed shells,
My own.
side of meatballs,
My.
green salad,
Maroon.
garlic bread, and Mrs. Shoemaker is content. Wow, we did it.
That was pretty
we
fun,
did this-
honestly.
It was honestly pretty fun. Yankee Hotel hot dog. Nice job with this month's Doughscord Dougcision.
And you know, because it was on Saturday, I think it's allowed that it was like a little horny because it was like after school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it has to be allowed because
Yeah.
Mitch just stared at her pussy.
That did make it kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little
I did
weird.
it. Sunday, Vegas wedding between Mrs. Shoemaker and myself. We were
Wow.
all invited.
Oh, okay.
Suster calls in. Oh, what would the meal be for that, too?
Yeah.
All
Can I
right.
get some crab legs out there?
Any objections? I object. PE teacher.
That's nice.
Yeah.
They deserve each other.
They deserve each other.
Well,
They
I
end
don't,
up
I don't
together.
know Susser personally, but you'll have to let me know what he thinks of what we did.
He will 100% report back. He will
Yeah,
give us
yeah,
a full
yeah.
evaluation. So, sir,
BCC
let us
me
know.
on that. I don't want him having my email.
Matt Jacob, the podcast is Expo Expose.
Any other food ideas? He's emailing you.
New food just dropped. Like, huh?
Expo Expose is the podcast. People can listen to it wherever. Is it on a specific platform?
No, it's in the Earwolf Presents feed. So
Great.
search Earwolf Presents in whatever podcast app you like, and it'll be there starting. The first one just came out on the 11th, and they're running for 4 weeks after that. So check that out. Yeah, we went to Reptile Expo. We went to an anime one, boats and tattoos, and it was all a lot of fun. And it was a very great. It was great to watch my boy cook. These people, they loved him.
Oh,
They
that's so
loved
sweet.
coming up to Jacob.
That's so
They
sweet.
loved
That's awesome.
talking to him.
Yeah, I hope people enjoy it and, throw me a bone and fucking tune in, you know?
I bring up the
love it.
calendar here,
Yeah.
and the 11th was this past Friday, so the first
Yes.
episode just came out as of this episode's release. You got 4 of them, and you're going to remind us one more time the 4 conventions you're going to.
Reptile, anime, boat, and tattoo.
Check it out. 2 of the funniest dudes. Thanks so much
Yeah,
for
who
making
would
time
love
for
coming
us.
up to you guys? That's
Yeah.
There were some people that
There
were
are
like,
some
no
people that-
thanks,
I'm
absolutely
good,
not,
thank you,
no.
yeah. But thanks for having us, guys. It's
Yeah,
always a
thank you.
blast
My
to
God, of
be
course.
amongst the Doughboys,
Yeah.
the true podcast royalty. So I appreciate you
Please.
letting us throw this out there.
Yeah,
Thank you so
and
much.
don't sue us for the Five Forks thing on our show.
It'd be good for the PR.
We'll
Go
see
ahead.
what Mr. Ginsburg has to say. Our lawyer, Lev Ginsburg,
Okay.
who's told us not to say his name on
Yes,
the
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
That's why I said Mr. Ginsburg
right.
at first.
And then you clarified.
Clarified his full name. Guys, told you not to mention me on the podcast. Also, what do you think with fish sticks? Oh, no.
He's the Miss Shoemaker of the podcast.
Hey, that's this week's Doughboys Double. Bye.
See ya.
Hey, buddy, it's Weiger. Breaking chews. Get Played, the video game podcast I co-host with Heather Ann Campbell and Matt Apodaca, is now right here on Headgum. Listen to Heather, Matt, and me, Wags, talk about good games, bad games, and every game in between every Monday. Get Played on Headgum. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Wow.
That was a Headgum podcast.